Aries for Wednesday. Hello, Aries. All right, let's see what we got. This came in reverse, okay? The Knight of Cups in reverse, which is attraction. It feels like somebody is trying to be in your space or in your arena. I'm hearing in your world that you're not attracted to, okay? For attraction to come in reverse. All right, this is somebody who really is into you. Because I just heard that song, with every passing moment, thoughts of you run through my head. Every time that I'm near you, I realize that you're heaven sent. It's like they're really into you, okay? And you're like, cringe. Okay, if you're in a relationship, this is not the person you're in a relationship with. If you're not in a relationship, this is someone that just thinks that you're pretty or you're fine or you're gorgeous or you're handsome, whatever the case may be, and you just like, no thank you, okay? Your hidden energy is temperance, and then, sorry, my whole deck is upside down, and happiness, okay? You've been balancing work and life, home balance or whatever. You're not worried about anybody right now. You're not worried about whatever that is. You're finding your own happiness with your own family and your own people. Again, this is for people, if you're, in a relationship already, you found happiness already with someone else, okay? And somebody kind of like has a crush on you. If you're not in a relationship, this is you finding happiness within yourself. Maybe even finding happiness within your own family, as in like mother, daughter, sister, brother, whoever, And this is temperance. This is like saying, whatever it is, you're patient. You're not just going after any person who just thinks that you're pretty or thinks that you're handsome. You're like, okay, I've found peace from within. I don't need another person that makes me whole like that. I'm whole all within myself, okay? So you've been practicing a lot of patience, a lot of balance, a lot of reflection, a lot of things where you've been working on yourself, and another person is a nice addition, but it's not needed. And I'm seeing that you see right through someone too, okay? Oh, 1 second. And we're back. I'm seeing that you see right through someone. So if you're seeing right through someone, you see already that this is just somebody who's just, attracted to you. They don't understand what it took to get here. They don't understand how much it takes to be you. This is just an attraction. This is surface level. They're not there yet when it comes to like really knowing you and how much it took to be who you are and to look how good you look. All right. I love that because it means that you've been caring about yourself. You've been really taking care of yourself. And I love that for you, Aries. Anyways, that's what I have for you. I hope this information helped to bless. Thank you. Taurus for Wednesday. All right. Let's see, Father, what do you have for Taurus for Wednesday? Taurus, Father, for Wednesday. All right. We got the Judgment card, which just means you've called judgment on a situation. You've decided to walk away from either a job or a setting or a place or a person. You've absolutely decided that you're better. You deserve better. Everything about this screams, I'm better than that. I have a new path right now. I have a new journey, okay? This is also you not judging someone, okay? This is you not judging someone on their path. You're absolutely just saying, you know what? I forgive and I forget and I'm moving forward, okay? This could be anybody in your life. This could be a family member, a loved one, a lover, or something like that. You're just kind of like, you know what? I'm not passing judgment about whatever you want to do, but I'm done dealing with it. I'm done adding that to my equation. I'm done putting that on my books, on my schedule, putting your drama in my life. Judgment has been passed. At this point, I'm good. And I mean, judgment has been called. I don't mean judgment has been passed as far as like, I'm meaning like judgment has been read. Like your rights have been already given to you. Okay. I'm walking away. I don't mean judgment like I'm saying like, okay, you're not judging this situation anymore. You do what you want to do. It's almost like when you give someone money and you give them like maybe $5 they needed to borrow for whatever, and they didn't spend it on that. And at some point, you just got to stop lending the money because you're like, whatever you want to do with your life, that's cool. Because I'm not going to give you no more money. But, I hope all is well with you. Okay? That's what I'm seeing. All right. And then I'm seeing the Tower and leadership. All right. I don't know why I just flipped this upside down. I thought my deck was upside down. But, okay. We got the Tower and we got leadership. Okay. This is you really, being firm with, okay, this is over. This is suddenly. But look, firmly, I got to walk away from this. Firmly, I have to accept better for myself and stop accepting what you're doing to my life, okay? The Tower is like, I gotta escape this. I gotta move around. I gotta move forward. All right? This is, again, if it's a business deal or if it's, a family member that you have to walk away from and stop helping, if this is a lover that you gotta say, look, this isn't working anymore, because it's just not working anymore. It's not working out for you. Whatever they decide to do is up to them. Even if they fall into disaster, okay? Because I am seeing the disaster and you're like being so firm with it. Like, look, I have to do what I got to do. I can be a leader and show you the way, but I can't make you go that way. You do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to go this way. If you don't want to come follow me, peace be with you, type of energy. That's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this helped and blessed. Thank you. Gemini for Wednesday. All right, Gemini, let's see, Father, what do you have for Gemini? All right, so we got responsibility. You're being firm with somebody right now, okay? You're no longer responsible for their decisions and what they want to do in their life. Heavy on the healthy boundaries. I think I've been talking to you about this all week, Gemini. It's kind of like you're not responsible for anybody else but yourself, and you're recognizing that, you're realizing that, and you're moving forward. You're also creating that boundary to say, you cannot hang around me. You don't handle business. What's that song by Glorilla? I'm not a big fan, okay? Just to let you guys know, I kind of like when she first came out, but I digress. But she, this song called Tomorrow, she says, I don't want to hang with them. They don't handle business. So it's somebody you had to walk away from because they weren't responsible like you're responsible. Matter of fact, they might even been, contributing to your irresponsible behaviors that you may have fallen into. If you pay your bills on time and then you hang out with this person and all of a sudden you're not paying your bills on time or something of that nature. I'm just seeing something where, you're like, no, I have to be the responsible one. I'm not going to the club with you. I'm not hanging out with you. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not allowing you to be around me with that. Maybe even dealing with somebody who's on drugs or something like that. No. Firm no. Your hidden energy is the Lovers and a truce, okay? Spending time alone. So this could have something to do with your love life, deciding that, hey, I'm not dealing with somebody who I love that is causing me so much drama, so much irrational behavior is what I'm hearing, okay? So this does have a lot to do with love, but you're deciding to be alone at this point. You're deciding that, hey, I need a break from you. I need to, just go relax, get my mind off of everything that's been happening and relax, okay? Because the Four of Swords talks about that mental, anguish. Like you've been doing so much mentally that you've been trying to help this person. You've been trying to think of ways to try to help their situation. And for real, you guys, Gemini, I'm getting really heavy on someone who's on drugs or someone who has a toxic behavior that you're trying to fix for them. So you're deciding, hey, I can't fix that for them. So stay away from me. You can't be responsible enough to take care of you, and I can't be the responsible one to always govern you and make good decisions for you. Okay, so that's why the Queen of Swords is here to say, look, okay, I'm about to go over here and rest, all right? I don't care how much I love you. I love you. But that don't mean I got to stick around and let my world fall apart with you, okay? Anyways, that's what I have for you. I hope this information helped and blessed, Gemini. Thank you. Cancer for Wednesday. All right, Cancer, let's see, Father, what do you have for Cancer for Wednesday? All right, we got instability. That is the Nine of Swords information. That's like one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, you have a lot of big fears right now surrounding your stability. Be careful, Cancer, of that anxiousness, because I'm seeing sleepless nights. I'm hearing that you have a problem like sleeping at night because you're worried about finances a lot right now, okay? Finances, relationships, just a lot, okay? It's giving like, if this happens, then all of it's going to crumble. I'm thinking like Jenga, you know what I'm saying? But I'm seeing that you're not outwardly showing people that you have a lot more responsibilities than you can carry. That's what I'm hearing. But it's like Jenga. It's like, how you pull one block at a time and you're just scared that it's all going to fall down. Like, what if I pull the wrong one? What if I make the wrong decision? What if I sign the wrong contract? What if I accept the wrong job? What? It's just so much. you know, really concerned about your instability, but you're causing instability within yourself and a lot of self-doubt here, okay? Your hidden energy is culmination and balance. Yeah, you have to balance this. You truly have to balance this because there are a lot of thoughts that are going in your head surrounding money. A financially secure partnership, building a long-lasting career. This is the Ten of Pentacles. This is the balance that you have to find within yourself, okay? Is that, you know, you can't bet on everything happening perfectly, but you also have to understand that worrying about it, stressing about it is not going to make things happen, okay? Balance. You have a lot of things to do, a lot of balls in the air, juggling a lot of things. Like I said, what if this happens? What if that happens? What? It's the reason why I said that, because that's how I felt. I felt like, oh my gosh, you know, this contract, this relationship, this, you know, what about this friendship? Oh, people haven't heard from me lately because I've been working and I need to work because I need money for bills. And it's just like, all I'm hearing is, it's reminding me of that squirrel. It was a squirrel that used to drink coffee. I forgot what movie that was. Due to time, I can't pull it out of my brain quick enough. But that's the image that Father's giving me. Like, oh my gosh, you know, even that rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, where he's like, I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. It's like, oh my gosh, slow down, breathe, because, you know, you don't want all this stuff to fall down on you, okay? You don't want things to come tumbling down. And so stop thinking about it so very much. You need to relax, okay? Find ways to relax, okay, Cancer? That's what I have for you. I hope this information helped and blessed. Thank you. Leo for Wednesday. All right, Leo, let's see, Father, what do you have for Leo? Oh, we got the Six of Swords, which is hope, okay? You're moving into better times, all right? You're feeling a lot more hopeful than you were yesterday or even last week. And I feel like you're being more and more inspired when it comes down to your work-life balance. I feel like a lot of things you're creating because you're starting to really get in tune with yourself, that you're starting to see things a little bit differently. I'm hearing even your love life is looking up a little bit because you're pouring into yourself and you're not stressing so much. So hope is here, okay? Hope is here. Love that, Leo. Love that. Hope is here, okay? I'm just seeing that you're not stressing. You're finding ways to decompress, okay? And I'm seeing healthier ways to decompress, you know? Maybe once before you used to drink to decompress, you used to smoke to decompress, you used to, you know, when you get real full, you blow up on people and decompress. But I'm seeing decompression looking way different now, you know? I'm seeing someone light a candle, you know, and things like that. Maybe you work out now in order to decompress. Maybe you get that energy out, you know, jumping rope or something like that. I'm seeing, confirmation burp. That hurt a little bit too. These changes are necessary, but I see you really on a good path here, okay? Your hidden energy is suffering and wheel of fortune. Yeah, things have been changing. You used to be going through it. Look how it's changing, okay? Wheel of Fortune talks about all these changes, like how it used to be is not how it is anymore, okay? Because you used to suffer and argue, like I said, blowing off steam more, you know, finding ways to decompress better than to blow up on people, places, you know, or, you know, just be frustrated with things, okay? Suffering is no longer part of the equation, or it's slowly but surely getting off your plate, okay? Because you're handling it. That's the Three of Swords energy. That's healing. Lots and lots of healing here, and I love it, okay? I think you got the Three of Swords yesterday in some capacity, whether it was your hidden energy or your card. I believe so. Who knows? Okay, don't quote me, all right? Some of you guys keep track of these things. I can't. I cannot keep people's energies. I cannot. Don't ask me about your reading from last week or yesterday or even 2 hours ago. I don't know. I just channel, okay? Anyways, back to it. Wheel of Fortune is all about, you know, just changes, shifts in relationships. That's what it says at the top. Like, just changes that are happening in a positive way, in a very healing way, okay? And hope is here. Again, just a reminder that hope is here, all right? Anyways, that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope this information helped and blessed. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful one. Virgo for Wednesday. All right, Virgo, let's see, Father, what do we have for Virgo for Wednesday? All right, it's in reverse. All right, we got the Two of Swords in reverse. That means You are trying to find this balance. You've actually made a decision in your heart now, okay? You've already made the decision in your mind. Two of Swords in reverse means you made it in your mind. Now you're trying to get your heart to pull through, okay? Like, all right, I gotta let this go. I gotta let this go. I gotta let this go. If it's a relationship, your heart is slowly but surely coming with your mind and saying, yeah, logically we can't stay here. Logically we can't keep working this like this. Logically, we can't, you know, if it's a career thing, logically we can't keep working like this and getting unappreciated. Logically, if it's a love thing, I can't stay here and be, you know, being bossed around, told what to do, or, you know, not just be in love. I'm not in love with this person, or, you know, whatever the case may be for you, Virgo. I'm seeing that your heart is slowly but surely pulling towards where your mind is already gone. You've already made the decision. Hey, this has to happen. But your heart is taking a while, okay? This is a gradual thing. It's going to take some time, but it's a gradual thing. It's really, really falling into place, okay? You're hitting energy is inspiration and courage. Yes, I keep talking about the courage to choose you. You have to choose you if you're going to choose someone else. Okay, maybe there's someone else in the picture. Maybe somebody else that you're in love with. Maybe there's even no one else, but you just got to choose you, because you cannot, like, say out of guilt, oh, I got to stay at this job because I'm choosing, you know, my coworkers. What will they do without me? Or I got to stay in this relationship because what would this person do if I wasn't here? You got to have the courage to say things will be okay, and they will be okay. All right? Think of it. Sometimes people stay for the kids. Think about it. For years and years and years, if you stay with the kids, all you're doing is making it harder and harder and harder. But you're getting inspired right now to have the courage to go forward. Okay? I don't know what kind of signs you're seeing, but I'm seeing signs. You're seeing signs. You could be seeing 111, which is like letting you know that, you know, you're on the right path and trust your intuition. Okay, Virgo? Anyways, we got inspiration, which is the Ace of Wands here, which is you're getting all these ideas and thoughts. Don't ignore these thoughts. These are not just random thoughts. This is not just, you know, a random plan comes to your mind. Like, maybe I can leave like this. This is like really telling you, hey, you can do this. You can find the strength and the courage to do this, okay? This is what? The Knight of Swords. Courage to move forward, okay? Keep moving forward, keep moving forward, keep moving forward, okay? That is that energy of like, you got to do this. Knight of Swords is you got to, okay? So do it. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop thinking, oh, something bad is going to happen. Do it, okay? Anyways, that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope this information helped and blessed. Libra for Wednesday. All right, Libra, let's see, Father, what do you have for Libra for Wednesday? Libra for Wednesday. Overload, okay? It came kind of sideways. You're trying to tell yourself that you are not tired, but you really are. You're exhausted and you need some sleep. You need some actual sleep, okay? You've been putting a lot on your plate. You could have been lately putting a lot on your plate at work and putting a lot on your plate when it comes to your family. And it's always you that does it. You got to do it, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, and you. And it's time that you decide to pick you and say, hey, I need some rest, okay? I can't do everything. You can't accept everything when somebody says, can you please, or may you, or no. You know, even when it comes to your kids, even when it comes to your family members, mother, daughter, sister, brother, uncle, auntie, whoever, you know, cousins, you got to say no sometimes because you are at capacity. You know, when we're talking about capacity, you're at 100% right now, okay? You can't afford to put anything else on your back right now, and that includes work, okay? Your hidden energy is the Star and Truth. You need a vacation. You need to chill out. You need to chill out, okay? Four of Swords energy. You need a vacation. You need time to yourself, okay? Even if you don't go anywhere or do anything besides lay down and sleep, you need the rest. This is beyond mental exhaustion. This is working. Ten of Wands talks about all of the work that you have to do. This is physical exhaustion. And then we have mental exhaustion, okay? So it's time that you take a break, okay? And the Star card comes to say, hey, you know, it's okay. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself, all right? The Star card is very, very hopeful, saying, you know what? This doesn't mean just because you have to say no at your job that you have to say, you know, oh, you won't get that raise or you won't get that promotion, or, you know, if you're at work, maybe you think people won't like you. Have faith. Have faith in yourself. Have faith that the world can still operate without you being involved for just a second. You need a day, okay? Even if it's a mental health day, okay? You need a day, Libra, because I'm just feeling like you're dragging, okay? And then it says on the star card, it says, positive outlook leads to career success, high hopes and aspirations at work, achieving financial goals. So maybe you're doing all of this because of finances or, you know, whatever, trying to replace something that you may have lost. Whatever the case, have faith that it'll still come. Have faith and know that you can take one day off and it won't rock your whole world. You need the rest, okay? Because you at the point where you about to pass out, okay? I'm seeing super exhausted, all right? Anyways, that's what I have for you, Libra. Get some rest, all right? Thank you. Scorpio for Wednesday. All right, Father, let's see what we have for Scorpio for Wednesday. Scorpio for Wednesday. Oh, it's in reverse, okay? We got the Judgment card in reverse, Scorpio. It's something that, I don't know, I just feel guilt tripping. You're blaming yourself for something, okay? Judgment in reverse. You might have had to walk away from somebody and now they are very much so making you feel bad about it, okay? I'm hearing they're victimizing themselves like, oh my gosh, you never liked me or you never loved me. Or, you know, if you're leaving a job, you were never that important or, you know, we're so lost without you and things like that. It's just like, oh my gosh, okay? Don't blame yourself for anything. It's time that you stop judging yourself for how you feel or why you had to make a decision because it's not you, okay? Don't let them put that on you because I feel like you know, I talk about it all the time, that's projection. They're projecting these things and you have to do what's best for you. If your family doesn't like the fact that you have to move or go somewhere or go out of town, you can't just feel bad because you got to do what you got to do. You got to just do it, okay? And sometimes, you know, turning off that phone helps, all right? Because you don't get to see all the comments. Comments shouldn't matter. People's opinion of you shouldn't matter. Other people, I say this all the time, other people's opinion of you is none of your business anyways. They're going to feel how they want to feel. And 9 times out of 10, even if you do the best for them, if you give them 100% of you, if you give them all your money, all your time, all your energy, they still are going to feel how they want to feel about you, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? Don't blame yourself for anything or anyone, okay? No matter what that is. Your intuition should be on point because leadership is also, your hidden energy is intuition and leadership, okay? You did something that was important to you. You made a decision and had to make a firm decision, okay? This could have been a business decision or a financial decision or something like that, but you had to make this decision. This was your choice. You had to be that leader and say, hey, I got to do it, okay? I'm going to do it. If I got to move, I got to move. If I gotta leave a relationship, I got to. You know, I have to. Y'all pardon me. Y'all, I'm from Texas. I'm a little country, so whatever. But intuition, okay? Trust your intuition, okay? This is the Knight of Cups, all right? Trust your intuition completely because your intuition is telling you that this is you had to do this, okay? You had to, all right? This is something that was unavoidable and you know that you was, you know, daydreaming about it at some point. You wrote down a vision and you executed. And now everyone's mad. None of your business. Don't blame yourself for something that had to be done. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope this information helped and blessed. Thank you so much. Sagittarius for Wednesday. All right, let's see, Father, what do you have for Sagittarius for Wednesday? All right, it felt like something wanted to pop out. Sagittarius for Wednesday. All right, you got 2 cards, hope and success. You've successfully come to the point of being more hopeful about things. Maybe things were looking down the last few days here, Sagittarius. I'm seeing it's kind of like, you know, a lot of things happening and a lot of things making you feel down, making you feel sad. And I just heard that thing go, vroom. That means you just had like an idea or a change of heart that is just kind of like beautiful to change your energy. You've decided, okay, I'm not going to keep stressing about it. I'm just going to pray about it. Or, you know, I'm just going to make sure that I keep my mind on all positive thoughts because there's hope there, okay? You know, no matter what it is, if this is a job, if this is a relationship, if this is anything, it could be anything in your life right now, Sagittarius, but I'm seeing that there's hope. It could be something to do with your career or something. You see things actually looking better for you, okay? And stop thinking so poorly of yourself sometimes. I feel like sometimes things happen and it shakes your world up a little bit, Sagittarius, and I'm seeing that you go like, oh my gosh, I'm just this and I'm not that and I'm da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, you get down and you speak things, and be careful what you speak all the time, okay? I'm seeing most of you guys are careful what you speak, but sometimes when you get upset, especially like in the moment of, you know, an argument, or maybe your boss calls and says something negative. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my job or something. You know, just watch what you say, okay? All right? Just watch what you say, all right? Because we got confrontation and we got optimism. Whatever the confrontation you just went through was, see, I didn't even see this. I'm just channeling. I didn't even see this, Sagittarius. But like whatever confrontation that you were recently involved with, you know, an argument, some drama, some chaos, that's the Five of Wands energy. There is some optimism about it, okay? You're starting to see, hey, you know, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, all right? Knight of Wands energy, like it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Knight of Wands talks about just going after your passions, your dreams, your goals, all right? This still doesn't stop me. One monkey don't stop no show type of energy, okay? So just stay in that energy. Even when people, like I said, when people start to try to get you involved in things, don't allow that to make you feel like you aren't who you are. Okay? All right? Because I do see the people that are trying it. But anyways, there's hope and there's success now. Okay? I hope this information helped and blessed. Okay? Sagittarius, have a beautiful, blessed one. Thank you so much. Capricorn for Wednesday. All right, Father, let's see. Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn for Wednesday, Father? Capricorn for Wednesday. Ooh, we got Justice. All right. It feels like something that didn't feel fair at first is lining up. Everything is balancing out in your favor, okay? I just see things working in your favor. I think you got this card yesterday in your hidden energy, maybe. But I don't know. I see things working in your favor. You might not understand it or might not have understood it at the time, but things are working in your favor. And I'm hearing dreams come true, okay? 1111, you manifested a lot of things. And it's sometimes when we manifest things, it doesn't feel like it's going to come true, okay? It feels like, oh my gosh, that happened, and then that happened, and then is it still going to happen for me? And justice, okay? Yes, because you do things in truth. If you do things in truth and you do things from a fair, balanced place, then balanced things come into your life, okay? Remember, what you pray about today doesn't always happen tomorrow. That doesn't mean it's never going to happen, okay? That doesn't ever mean that it's never going to happen, okay? You could be seeing the number 1111 a lot, but you do have justice. Things are working out in your favor. That's all I keep hearing is things are working out in your favor. Your hidden energy is action and talent, okay? This could have something to do with your job, okay? This could have something to do with a lot of things. You being recognized and being seen for your actual, like, you know, what you bring to the table, the talent that you bring to the table. This is the Eight of Pentacles. That has a lot to do with work and people recognizing you for your work, okay? Maybe a new job, maybe a new career, maybe, you know, something new where it's just like, you know, you're being recognized now for the things that you do in this world, okay? And then we got the action, which is the Eight of Wands, which is communication probably has come in about this, okay? This is something where it's like, okay, somebody's absolutely, you know, moving things for you, okay? Things are moving in your life, okay? Things are absolutely moving in your favor, okay? Changes are being made to make sure that you get the best packages, or, you know, if you're changing jobs or whatever, you're not settling for less. You're going to where you're recognized. You're going to where you're appreciated. You're going to where you're loved, okay? So I'm saying, you know, I was about to say this, but that's so funny. Stay focused. Stay focused. I was about to say that, but it's not fair because it's on the card, okay? I don't want y'all to think I'm just, you know, reading cards and stuff like that. I am reading energy. So I do see that things are happening in your life that is good, okay? You could be seeing 1111 or 888 and talks about abundance. When you start to really balance yourself, 888 is that abundance that comes in. And y'all know I talk about that all the time. I love talking about abundance. Peace, joy, happiness, love. And that attracts finances, okay? So the finances are going to line up because the peace and the joy and the love is there. Something to do with work too. So I hope that helped and blessed. Thank you so much, Capricorn. Have a beautiful one. Aquarius for Wednesday. All right, Aquarius, let's see what we have. Oh, That came sideways. We got leadership and wheel of fortune. All right, this is you trusting in yourself, okay? I see things changing in your favor because you're starting to really trust the path that you're on, okay? You're in the right place, okay? Going in the right path, all right? You have to trust the fact that you're leading yourself in the right direction. And the more and more you do, the better the changes that happen in your life come in, okay? Because I'm seeing loving changes. I don't know why I'm hearing loving changes. These are things that, you know, might not make sense until the end, but it's loving changes. Keep taking control of your life, okay? Take control, no matter what other people think, because a lot of times people have stuff to say. You like, wait a minute, this is my life. This is my life, okay? Whatever their opinions may be, it's their opinion. It's what they may have done if they were in your shoes. But the truth of the matter is there are so many things that go into it. Like, you could be a chef and I could be a chef. And you could say, well, when I was at your age as a chef, but there are so many other things that are included in the path that you can't give advice like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why father is the best advice to get from, because it's one of those things where it's like, you know, even at your age and my age, don't get me wrong, there are things you can still learn from other people, but you know, you have to piece together what you can learn, because your factors aren't their factors. You could be doing it different. You could be doing it with no money. You could be doing it with no support, and they had support, you know? So just understand that people have advice, but you take control of your life, because your life is yours, okay? You're hitting energy, Aquarius. It's good news and lies, okay? Don't listen to the lies. I swear they all lies. Don't listen to the lies that other people tell you, okay? Okay, because that's their path. And your path is the path that you know you need to be taking. That's the path where you get the good news from, okay? Don't listen to the people telling you advice. What was I saying? I was telling you that. All that advice that people be trying to give you, knowing dang on well, you know, that your path is not their path. You have so many other factors in your life that makes yours different, okay? And they're going to try to tell you stuff, and you just got to take control of your life and say, that don't make sense to me. Don't add doubt to my plate when I'm doing this way and that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Your hidden energy is good news, and I love that, okay? We got the 7 of Swords, which is lies, and then we got the 6 of Wands, which is good news. There's victory here, okay? So continue on the path that you're on. Like I said, you're on the right path. Don't let other people talk you out of it, okay, Aquarius? That's what I have for you. I hope this information helped and blessed. Thank you. Pisces. Okay, for Wednesday, let's see, Father, what do you have for Pisces for Wednesday? Pisces for Wednesday, we got the Queen of Wands, okay? What are you doing with your confidence, okay? You got confidence one day, and then the next you don't, then you don't, then you do. Okay, we got charisma, though, okay? You feeling yourself today, all right? Pisces, you are feeling yourself today. We got the Queen of Wands. Feeling good, feeling great. How are you? All right. It seems like your confidence has come back. I feel like it's juggling. It's going up, down, side to side, up, down. Okay. I feel good. I feel great. Oh my gosh. Why do I feel this way? All right. I feel good. I feel great. I feel like on the days where you really, really start to feel bad, you put extra special care into yourself. And that is important. That's the only way to continue to feel great. Make that part of your routine. Speaking kindly to yourself. First off, you know, don't let it catch you slipping. Look in the mirror, see the things that you don't like, and then talk to yourself about how you appreciate it still, you know? Because it's yours. It's yours. Like, for instance, people talk about, you know, people have talked, I should say, about my gap. I have a gap between my teeth, and I love it, you know? And growing up, I did not. Growing up, I'm like, oh, you know, I mean, it wasn't my favorite thing, but it wasn't the worst thing about me. But now I just love it. But nobody say nothing about it at this point, because I got something to say to you. You know what I mean? That type of confidence is very hard to find if you don't point it out yourself and you wait till other people point it out to you, okay? So that's why you got to love everything good about yourself and everything bad about yourself, okay? You point it out. Intellectual work. Yes, Knight of Pentacles, you got to do the work, okay? And then we also got the Star, being hopeful. Like I said, you got to do the work, man. You got to do the work. Don't allow people to do it for you, and stay hopeful, stay prayerful, stay focused on, you know, knowing that things get better and you start to feel better, okay? Be positive in your thoughts. The Star, it's like positive thoughts. Keep your mind positive, okay? And then intellectual work. You absolutely have to do this. You have to exercise this. I told you, make this part of your daily routine, pouring into yourself. You know, don't wait until you start to feel down and then like, okay, now I got to pull myself up. And then, no, make this part of your daily routine, because the Knight of Pentacles talks about a daily routine. So daily, speak to yourself kindly in a very positive tone, all right? That's what I have for you. I hope this helped and blessed, Pisces. Thank you.